Hello all. Recently set myself the challenge of uploading a video every day. Missed Tuesday. I was at real football though, which I've not done for a while, not non-league football. So I was like, what are we going to do on Thursday? Whilst I have the problem that my machine, my editing machine, is updating from Windows 10 to Windows 11, which is not going smoothly. Hence why we're having such a different video. But I was like, do you know what? Let's have a little room tour and a little look at the things that I've bought, channel related, and also give me a chance to look for the magnetic microphone clip for my microphone currently buckled onto my shirt. Because you won't see me holding it in my hand. I'm too grumpy for that. It's not something I like the look of. If you like the look of that, that's great for you. But you won't ever see that here. I'm going to start here. This is my view of things, okay? So this is my desk. This is the IKEA Freddy, if you want the specific model. I'm just going to start with screen layout. So TV on the left, PC on the right, and then this is a side monitor. I'm not someone who uses this side monitor in this orientation. It's there for space purposes. I only have that because the PS3 that I've got here has got a bad HDMI port on it. So frequently, well, not frequently, when I play that, it's currently wired in component into the back of this TV. So I pull that out and spin it around. We'll get that out in a second though, so have a look at what's behind it. So we're going to start with what I would call the brains of my desk, or the brains of my setup, which are this. This is a Tesmart 16-port HDMI switcher, and we're going to use this. So this has got 16 ports, 16 HDMIs into it. I remember these because I'm fortunate enough that I asked my partner to write them all down for me because she's got much neat handwriting in mine. You'll see my handwriting there. So everything is wired into this, and then this, if I slide these games out the way, is wired into this. So this is my capture card. So when people say to me like, oh, how are you playing this, or how are you doing this, everything, even if everything I've ever done on the channel is real hardware, apart from when we looked at the Antstream stuff. Now, some of the stuff, the PCs in particular, runs through this. This is the OSSC Pro. This was really expensive. These are expensive, but I got really lucky with this. I bought this as an open box on eBay from like a pallet reseller or whatever it is, the people who buy all the Amazon returns. And they were great enough. They had like 70,000 positive feedback. And they were like, look, if it arrives and it doesn't work, we'll give you your money's back, no questions asked. So like, I got that. It wasn't even half price. It was like a fifth of what they currently retail for. So I realized not everyone's going to be that lucky. Now, I do try my best with cable management, but it's not always possible. This takes pretty much the feeds of any PC or any console that I've bought at it that's a bit odd, and it will spit it out on the TV. I'll show you. I'm aware that I'm jumping around, but here is my Victor Saturn. So this has got the expansion, not the expansion, this has got the ROM card in it that acts as a region 3. So let me get the remote. So if I change this, you already see that it's detecting that signal. And then all I have to do is put this, it's on 9 at the minute, which is PS1. Put it on 5. There we go. So it would not normally even jump around like that. If I want, I'll tell you what, I will do this just to prove. Tell you what, let's change this first. Let's change it back to VGA input. Now my VGAs connect into this box here. There'll need to be an edit there because I had loads of stuff in the way. But everything runs through this VGA box that's computer-wise. Again, there'll be an edit because I've had a little fettle of the cables because this is glorious. So this is basically the machine I owned at the time when I first moved to uni. Or partway through uni. Then I've got the other one. So this is Sheffield United. This is Ipswich Town. Because when I see these cheap, I was like, do you know what? I had this one. I wanted to buy a second one. So if we come up here, you can already see the box has picked that up. And click here. It's telling me the thing's in standby mode. So that's going to turn off in a second. Let's cancel that. But there we go. Let's at least log in while we're here. Don't need to worry about Norton being expired. Possibly some spoilers there for some upcoming games and playthroughs. So, back to the switcher. Like I said, everything runs through this. Look, let's put the Wii U on. Let's have a look at my list, because I never play this. This is 10. And there we go. Wii U coming on. Let's leave that on. Look, there is a little tiny version of me. Kind of looks like me. Right, so yeah, up here then, left to right, N64 Wii. This is the only one that isn't plugged in. GameCube, though, is plugged in. Let's turn that on. Let's find the GameCube. I don't have the pad to click back past this, so I'm going to put my thing on scan mode. I'm just going to fire on the consoles as we go along. So you've got PS2, which is on, PS1, which is on here. Got the PS2 here. So let's put that on. Let's put the original Xbox on. Let's put the SNES on. Might not work first time. I will warn you that. So over here then, I've got my lights. Got this overhead light that I've recently added. Now I've got Dreamcast up here. Dreamcast next to the PS2 lamps. I do like these PlayStation lamps. They give off this nice glow, especially if all the other lights are not on and I'm just down here playing rather than recording. But I don't like that they are noise activated and they split up water. So I have blocked the mic ports on them. Just round the back. All I've done is put some blue tack in them. But I've got these Dreamcasts here. This is the wireless controller adapter. So that's where your VMU goes. I think that's retrofied. Is it retrofied? Yeah, it is retrofied, as I can see it on it. This is a modded one. So this takes compact flash. Also uses Utopia. This is just stock. What's in here? Oh, it's Sega Worldwide Soccer. So I just bought that on eBay because I thought it looked cool, the shell. It was a good price. Mega Drive and Sega Mega Drive CD. Don't think, this is one of the few that doesn't normally live plugged in due to the fact that the ports are massive. So don't always have that plugged in. I have to forgive the cables, but that is how everything works. What have we got here? We've got the Packard Bell coming back on. Right, behind here, got the IKEA pegboard full of controllers. It's obligatory that you have that if you're a retro gamer. I try to keep the ones with cables on here, just keep them out of the way. Let's just spin that back now. PS2, isn't it? Simpsons skateboarding. Now, behind me, you'll have seen some of this before, but I've got the Star Wars Gaming Great figures up there, and then here are the bobblehead guys, the Corinthians. So I've shown before, these do they do light up these. However, it causes the camera to flare out. So if I'm down here gaming, I'll have that on. If I'm recording, it is off. So I've got the bigger figures upstairs, up here. International guys, Serie A, Premier League, miscellaneous. Also got a couple of these. Fowler and Ruud Gullit. Ruud Gullit lives here because he never stops falling down. But those are my only two remaining originals. So the rest of these I've purchased. I've got loads of the smaller ones. I never had these at the time, but I've got them here. I've got lots of storage back here. So this is my laptop. We were playing FIFA Manager on this. This was actually my partner's when she moved to university. I've co-opted that now, Windows XP. Amiga 500. We did have the Amiga 600 over here. I think I might have missed that off the tour. The Dreamcast was up there. Got very excited. Now it's back to the GameCube. Lots of different stuff over here. This is how I pick who I'm playing as. I'm going to block those balls because one of them is a spoiler. Got a Windows 2000 PC down here. Got a switch dock in there. Now, I never show this for this reason. This corner is my storage area, my off-camera storage area, and it is a mess. So this, like I said, this is a practical working room. I'm in this room playing, gaming, or working near enough every day. So it's not a vanity space. The first three shelves are all copies of Games TM. This is my favorite, one of my favorite games magazines. It doesn't get as much exposure as a lot of the other ones, which is why I've kept mine. I've got issues 3 to like issue 15 in this pile here, and I've got issues 1 and 2 up in my room at the minute because I'm currently reading through them. Got my steering wheel, all my Saturn and Dreamcast games are in here in crates at the bottom because I'm very lucky with this room. If you're old school and you've been here since the very first kind of football playthrough videos that I've done, this desk, well, it wasn't even this desk, it was a different desk. It used to be here against this wall, so none of these shelves were up. It was here, and then I had all the IKEA billies from this wall down to this wall, and then I had another one somewhere in around there. However, there was just not enough airflow in here. The only source of airflow is this hatch from behind here. I don't have a pump or anything. That's why I have the dehumidifier down there. So it's much better now, but that is partly why I bought these open-sided, because there was not enough airflow and they'd already started to go gross after a year. So I pretty much ripped everything out, redid the desk. This is an internal wall, this is an internal wall, so there's no dampness or moisture or anything from them. Whereas with the outsides, I do need to keep an eye on that and make sure the dehumidifier comes on during the winter. So anyway, infrastructure aside, everything up here is football games. So big boxes on top. I know, again, people don't like this, but this is a space thing. So I've got Xbox at the back, 360 at the back there as well. Got a couple mixed in just for out of laziness. Then PS2 at the front. PS1 is also back there, I believe. On here we've got Mega Drive, you've got some SNES, some N64, you've got some Saturn football back there, you've got some PC and Japanese Sega Saturn, you've got the PC cases here, you've got the bigger DVD-like cases there. Miscellaneous games, miscellaneous original Xbox. Massive NBA Jam fan. Got some DS in here. Where me and my kid, we're big on the DS at the minute, particularly Touch Masters. And then more random Mega Drive. These stacks have fallen apart. More random Mega Drive stuff. And there's some PlayStation 2 back there. And then my N64. My original copy of GoldenEye. We come around the side, got some lanyards, Splinter Cell watch, some stuff like that. Got another pegboard. This was my original backdrop. If you're old school, you might remember this. My Virtual Striker 2 arcade marquee. Made the frame for that. It looks okay on camera. It doesn't look as good in real life. This is my Fallout poster. You might notice a lot of Fallout merch around here. And then there's just another one of the shelves here. And I keep these front and back, look. So this is just mainly 360, to be honest. Then I would say I sold maybe 100 360 games during the 360's lifestyle, during the 360's life cycle, and then some other stuff done here, some Wii U there, some PS3, storage crates. Anything that's near the floor in here needs crating up. Little pile of stuff to look at. Some of it relates to this. This was the last of my birthday purchases. So, had the vouchers for so long, spotted this on Amazon. This is the Retron 5. This is maligned. Not everyone likes this. Some people don't like this at all, don't even like that it exists. But it's basically a console that you plug real cartridges into, but then you will use an emulated way of playing them. So that's why some people don't like it. But there's some stuff. I don't have a NES. You might have seen that. I really like the idea of playing Game Boy games on this as well. And I do like real hardware. You could probably tell that. So for me, just the point, I don't have anywhere for a NES, but the point of being able to put carts in. So that has allowed me to buy some of these. Like we've got Kickoff for the NES. The NES is probably the reason why I'm making this channel. I was obsessed with that the first time I played it. NBA Jam has come up, so I need to show that. We've got Goal, probably one of the first football games I ever played. So I've not played that yet since we got that, because I've not got that console set up. That has allowed me to buy some Famicom games. So we've got soccer here, just like I've never owned one of these. I've seen them before. That was like £2 on eBay. So I was just like, do you know what? It's a green cartridge football game. I'm intrigued by that. I've got World Soccer, which I managed to pick up. I've got Super Formation Soccer. I just like the fact the guy kind of looks like an anime Roberto Baggio. That's from Human. You can see them there. Some of the other stuff that I've grabbed recently then. SSX Tricky, not football related, but I loved that game at the time. Rugby League Live 2. Let's get the light off of that. Recently watched the grand final. So that was what prompted my interest in giving that a try. PES 2009, Pro Evo 2009, PS2. Never played this. I was way past the PS2 by this era. Didn't even own one then. And then two that arrived today, which kind of prompted this video. We'll have a look at this one first. FIFA Street, GameCube. Cannot remember who these orange stickers were, but I recognise them. It wasn't Blockbuster, was it? I feel like it was someone like that though. I don't think I've ever played a FIFA Street. This box needs a bit of a clean. So it's got some sticker tape marks there. And then International Soccer Free, or International Superstar Soccer Free, ISS Free for the GameCube. This is one of the more expensive GameCube football titles. Normally this will be about £45, or it can go up to £45. So I got a really good deal on this. Was interested in this. Brand new mission mode earns you points to build a stadium and unlock special features. So I was like, I don't know what that means. I didn't look it up. It just seemed interesting. Because I know I've got stacks of stuff. But my dream is I'm going to play all of these. And we'll have videos on them all. Once my, eventually. That is it. That's my bucket list right there. And that big pile of games has made the perfect monitor stand for this. If you've got any questions about anything, let me know. I hope you've enjoyed this tour. I'm very grateful for having such a dedicated space that many people potentially don't have the space for. But that was a huge attraction of this house, because this house needed a lot of work. So I was like, you know what? At least while we're doing the work, I've got somewhere to stash all of my beloved nerd stuff. But yeah, so thank you very much. Like I said at the start, this channel, the interactions from you guys on the football games that I play, it reminds me of when you would have time to sit down with friends, family, and you play these things. As you get older, I play a lot of games with my kid, and I'm lucky that I do get that chance and that she loves them. And I play games at work, but it's not the type. It's not our generation of games. I play a lot of FIFA 24 still where I work, because that's what we've got. I would love to play Pro Evo 3 or PES 2 on the PlayStation 1, but it's never going to happen. I would love to be able to get someone to do a Championship Manager 3 career with me, or an 0102 career with me. And again, it's not likely to happen, is it? But having you guys comment on all of these things, comment on all the playthroughs, talk about your memories, that is what I love. That is why I like making these videos, and why this has become my main hobby. So all I want to say is thank you. I hope you've enjoyed the tour. I'll maybe link people to this in the future who ask, how do you do some of these things? But the short answer, all original hardware.